Hello and namaste. It's Jewel from Goddess Creative. How you all going? Okay. So I'm just doing a little video today to give you just an update on what I've been doing and what I've come to the conclusion of and all this kind of stuff. So I have been working on market cycle and sentiment. So basically the psychology of the market. So that's what I've been working on just recently. And so I did realize it is very naive of me, extremely naive of me, to not take into account the market cycle, okay, in which I hadn't really in my latest reports or any of the reports for that fact, but especially because my report goes for a whole year. So here it is here, look. Goes for a whole year, first quarter, for second, third, fourth, and all that, must take into account market cycle. And honestly, I was just giving prices as I was getting them from Spirit, and this is what I'm trying to explain to you in this video. So it didn't really, like, you have to understand, well, I get prices from Spirit that, and they just rise up they just ascendingly go up. But whether they fit into a timeline is another thing. So that's why I feel the very importance to do this video. So I just get the price of a certain altcoin just as it, and mostly they're all ascending up and up. And so that's what I get. And I aim them and I ask Spirit in a timeline, but it doesn't always work like that. Like Spirit doesn't always, work in this timeline so well as we really know. So I have been trying to remind you all of that for a while, and the newbies to the market will not understand this, but the others of you that are older in the market will. All markets in the long term work in a major cycle, okay? And that's what I've been working on, this cycle. This is the Wall Street cheat sheet, the psychology of the market. And this is what the market feels like. This is for any market, but, this is predominantly the stock market, but it's the same for any market. And this is what the market sort of feels like as, let's see if I can make that smaller. There we go. Yeah. As the market moves along. So, for example, if we had looked at this 3 years ago, actually a bit over 3 years ago, so we'd go back, so we're in March now, we would go back about 3.25 years ago, so back to December 2017, we were up here in thrill and euphoria for the cryptocurrency market, right? So this gives an idea of how this is like the feeling the whole collective market feels, and getting an idea around the market and what's happening in the market. And sometimes a lot of the case is when this thrill and euphoria feeling is really prevalent within a market, it's when it's been on mainstream media, when it's been talked about, there's so much hype, everybody's trying to pour in, it's generally getting to the top end of the market. So that's how the market cycle works. I know many of you who've been in crypto for a long time will already understand this, but for the newbies that are new to the market, I wanted to try and explain these market cycles and how it is so important, the market cycles. And you can look right back, not just the market cycle. Actually, we should have a look here. So that only gives me the 2017. So it's nice to see that Bitcoin is up back at 54. It's this point that I was talking about. Finally, we've got back up there. But I'm thinking it's gonna, oh look, that was back then, that's the daily. Yeah, so I think we're gonna be more around that mark there, I would say. That 52 mark is where I think we're gonna resonate for a little while. Okay. What I was wanting to say about the market cycles with Bitcoin, just bear with me here. So we're back here. So that's that 2017, 2018. So yeah, this one doesn't show a really great, but it gives an idea of the market cycle. And yeah, this can seem really freaky at the moment, really freaky, where Bitcoin is sitting at the market at the moment. But going back to look at, and this is why I'm focusing on this psychology of the market cycle, cut a long story short, is I don't think we are even close to the stage of euphoria yet. So what I've gone and done is I've spent the last 2 days doing this actually, trying to find out exactly where we are, talking to spirit and finding out exactly where we are, sitting, where we are sitting in this. Markets always follow the market cycle, and there's a psychology of the market cycle. It's collected with basically the sentiment of the whole market and what's everybody that's in the market, the feeling about the market. And it's also very much, from my perspective, the collective conscious feeling of the market, the whole woo-woo of the market as well. Is really important. So yes, so I did want to say, it's been also said that trying to tie timeline to a price is a fool's game, and that's just been highlighted to me. I've known this before, but it's been highlighted even further just recently, and it may be so. And I am such a fool for doing so, trying to tie so tightly to these timelines, which just doesn't unfold like this in a timeline so easily and so how we would like in our 3D minds. So because of that reason, I have been focusing giving so much time and attention to trying to analyze the market cycle, get information from spirit around the market cycle. Okay. So the reason basically, many will say I'm a fool for trying to tie the timeline to prices, and I do understand that, but that's also the way I work psychically, and I cannot correct whether it's correct or not. That is how my guides work, and we understand each other to a certain extent. That's how I get the prices, but whether it's correct or not, that's the tricky bit, because I'm not taking into account other factors. And, spirit will never quite understand the timelines of this dimension because they are not in body here. They're not incarnate here to understand this timeline and how it's so dense and it affects, us so greatly. our calendars and our clocks. So hence the reason I needed to work more on this, and hence the reason also I wanted to say I was doing a crypto report 2 version of this. I'm not going to release that. I've actually finished it. I'm not going to release it now, not in the same way with all the quarters and everything like that, having to give constant updates. I've decided I've done all the work on it, but at this stage, I'm not releasing it. So I'm really sorry if people are disappointed about the Crypto Report 2, not this one, the Crypto Report 2. It's got totally different altcoins in it. At this stage, I'm certainly not releasing it like this. I might release it in a different way later, eventually. I'm not sure. I haven't even worked it out yet. But anyway, initially I was just addressing this, tying the timeline to a price and this comment here. That it's a fool's game. And to me, a game, no, it's not a game to me at all. This, to me, is assisting those that I can, and the shift in wealth we've been waiting for. It's certainly no fool's game in that. So I'm not trying to, that was just my response to that comment. It wasn't in my comments, by the way. It came through in another way, and yeah, so it's just basically how I work. So, but I constantly work on honing my skill and trying to better and not disappoint the work that I'm doing. So in saying that, I have been working on the market sentiment and this psychology of the market. So I've done my own, and here we are here. So this is my intuitive market sentiment guide for 2021 and 2022. Okay, so I'm going to run you through this. So I've been working on this for a couple of days. It's taken me a while. I've been having conversations with Spirit around it. I've been getting real clarity to get exactly where we're at and what's happening in not just the cryptocurrency market, but all markets. I've asked a lot of questions around it, and that's why it has me doing this latest update now, which I'm bringing this information to you, and it has been drawn to my attention that and I came across this yesterday, the 8th of March. Currently today, I've realised that the fourth quarter prices could either come sooner or could be pushed into 2022 because of this market, this whole market sentiment, the cycle of the market, right? And this is me talking to Spirit, right? It's depending on the altcoin and its movement trend, right? Whether it'll hit earlier or whether it'll hit later, okay? And this is because the market cycle and what will happen in the sentiment when we hit the top in the third quarter. So let me just take you through. And so this is in relation to this comment here, right? Currently today, I've realized that fourth quarter prices, these fourth quarter prices, which if you have my report here for these altcoins, right, these fourth quarter prices could actually be hit, go away, in third quarter for some of the altcoins. Some of them will get hit in 2022. Okay, so that's the update regarding the Crypto Report 1. The other Crypto Report 2, haven't even released it, will not be releasing it in this same format. I may release it without the quarters. I might do it like that because I'm unsure what to do at the moment, understanding that I get prices and I've got them ascending and rising, which they will. In Spirit's eyes, in Spirit's view, they will ascend and rise. But if you understand, the market has to go on a cycle, and that's why I'm telling you today. For this is more so for the new people that don't understand that the market's got to go on a cycle. Is this not going to go up, 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 up for the whole year? So this is the really important stuff that I got today. So let me share this graph back here and explain to you further. Okay, so this is the intuitive market sentiment guide that I got from my guides today, right? So we are currently here now. This is where we are now. We're sitting in belief. Time to get fully invested. This is where we are, right? We've been here really the past month or more, like January, February, and here, this optimism stage, I really believe to be me last year in fourth quarter trying to convince everybody to get in and convince everybody what was going on, and really it's only just really this past week I've got a group of my friends in and got a group of my friends starting to really believe in crypto. They've known me for years and, didn't really understand the market. And I understand new people don't understand the market. I understand that. And that's why I'm trying to do this psychology of the market, the intuitive market sentiment guide, so people can get an idea around how it moves. And there's so many components and so many variables in that market. It just doesn't go up, 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 and keep going straight up, 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 up. Like it is going up, 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 up. And that's if we, look at Bitcoin right now, especially if you look at this monthly chart, it's like up, 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 up. But we're not there. Like I've just moved it over. So, but we're sitting up on, over 50 again today, back on the 54, 53, whatever. But what I'm trying to say, that does seem like we've hit the top of the market. But what I'm trying to say to you, we're not at that cycle top yet. Nowhere close. We're not there at euphoria yet. We're here at belief. This is where we are now. You, everybody, myself included, should thank their lucky stars of how blessed we are to be in this market now. We really, really are. We are so lucky and we're so blessed. So we've got a ways to go, okay? And so I've spoken to Spirit about this, and I get that in second quarter, because we don't forget, all right, and this is what keeps affecting the prices as well. We're going to have a little run up in March. I know a lot of people don't think we are. Some people are saying, oh no, it's April, we're going to have the run up. Well, it's not what I get. But anyway, I'm just saying, I think altcoins are doing really well. I'd like to shout out to Theta, and anybody who's not in Theta should be in Theta. There's my Theta, little Theta coin there. Anybody not in Theta should be in Theta. Theta is going to do so well. I think it nearly hit $5, or it might even be over $5. I've no idea, but I know it's doing well. So love my Theta. And these here represent the other great coins. I'm going to talk about that later. So I want to say that, we will have that. I get, and I'll say this again, and I said it before in another video, I believe we'll have a pullback in April. That's what I'm getting. It's April. Because I still get some high price points when I'm asking about altcoins. And look, folks, I ask about altcoins pretty much on a daily basis. I ask about certain altcoins. And I'm also asking about, should I cash some funds out before this drop. And I know another psychic's cashing out some of their cryptos and that. I'm cashing out a portion at the end of March, when we've had a bit more of a rise. I get a bit more of a rise, so not just yet, but there will be a drop, yes. So I get it for April, and I know that's not what others are getting, but that's what I get, and I've been saying that one for a little while, so we'll see what happens there. So we've got to go through that, and then there'll be a certain amount of recovery there. And whether my drop prices are hit or not, I don't know. They could be different, but I really need to focus on what I'm doing with my own portfolio too. So that's why I will be cashing out just a portion of some of them and buying back in the April drop is what I was getting there. Well, that's what I got from Spirit, confirmed again today. So anyway, back to this chart. So I get second quarter is where we will be. Second quarter. So this is your most likely end of April, May, June will be in thrill. Okay. I get, this is for the crypto market, we will be in euphoria June, July, August is where I get will be. And then I get will be in complacency around about September. Okay. So I've checked this with Spirit, and this is really important, but I do get around about the fourth quarter, there'll be instability in the markets. And so what did I have? Yeah, I had, yeah, so the third quarter, I do get that in my crypto report, and I confirmed this yesterday. The crypto report one for 2021, 2022, third quarter prices will get hit. When I asked if fourth quarter prices will get hit, I got no. Okay, and the reason why, and that could be so many variables in the respect that some of those fourth quarter prices will already get hit in third quarter is what I got. But some of the alts, those prices will be taking off again from second quarter 2022. Okay, did you hear me? Second quarter 2022. Because it pushes. So I get we're going to have anxiety in the market. You have to understand that this market doesn't stand alone, but it will start to stand alone towards the end of this year. And this is the new information that I've got. What did I write? You have to excuse me because I've got bits of paper everywhere. Where did I write that? Yeah. So what I got was there's going to be a lot of craziness happening in the market in the fourth quarter timeline for all the markets. And I'm talking about all the markets, right? But it's not bad for all the markets. So what I got today is, yes, I get sometime in fourth quarter that Bitcoin will have a drop at the end of the year, and probably another 40% drop. I keep getting 40%. Sorry, I don't know why, but I do. But not necessarily all the altcoins. I get that some will maintain, and just though some this is the altcoin market I'm talking about, some will maintain and just go slowly sideways down a bit, and some of the altcoins will completely fall away. Okay, this is the new information that I've got today, and this is for fourth quarter. Trying to talk to Spirit over the last 2 days about this information. Some other markets will be experiencing this panic and anger. And I get that the markets that will experience this panic and anger, most likely in the fourth quarter and first quarter 2022 timeline, will not be for the crypto markets. It will not be for the stock market. It will not be for commodities markets, okay? It will be for the Forex market, yes. It will be for the bond market. It will be for banking products, everything that, that you've got in the bank and you're holding those, what you can do along. It'll be for like these, it'll be for the bond market, and it will be for like, all of the sort of banking products, the things to do with superannuation and things like that. There is going to be a lot of disruption there. I think we're already noticing it now, right? I haven't focused a lot on this, and I know, well, my mainstream haven't noticed it now, as I would like to say that, but it will become more prevalent and it'll become more noticeable. And time is just going like that, so fast, so fast. Oh my goodness, we're sitting in March and, third quarter is nearly over. So time's just like so fast. So this is going to happen really quite fast, but we'll hit some really unconscious people in mainstream, with the mainstream media's attention and all that happening towards, the end of the year, giving attention, the honesty, the truth coming out, this kind of stuff. Will really be what I'm seeing, this whole panic, the denial panic and all that, disbelief, anger, all that sort of happening with those markets. And I actually see that the stock market will be fine, fourth quarter, especially going into first quarter 2022. I get that the crypto market will be just, particularly for altcoins, like there's going to be a bit of panic and there's going to be anxiety, but I get we won't have this kind of long period of recovery. I get for the cryptocurrency market that it'll really only be like a 3-6 month thing. I really get it like that. It's like won't be the bottom dumps. It won't go back to what it was. I don't get it going like that. Only because we have so much adoption now. We really, really do. And so, and it's because the adoption, we'll go back to, so it's because the adoption is realized in 2022, like early 2022. Like the adoption will be realized very much, our institutional monies are already coming in and they're not talking about it, and they're sending out like little private letters to their big money, wealth money people, telling them to get into crypto now. So we're very blessed and very lucky that we're in the market, but that adoption is not going away. They're not going to, when they realize what's happening, towards the end of the year with, other major markets, the crypto market's not going away. It's not going to ever fall back completely low. Bitcoin is not going to zero. That's just ridiculous, okay? And same with Ethereum. I really think Ethereum's great prices. It's never going to fall back ridiculous low, back down to $300 it was, end of last year. It's just not going to happen. So there's too much development, right, everybody? There's just far too much development happening within the projects. There's too much adoption happening, right? And there is too much, all these projects have connected with other really reputable sources now, really major companies. That's not going away. Our government and these systems want us to be in digital assets. They really, 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 really do, and that's why I've got XRP here, because that one might be one of the ruling assets next year. Okay? So I'm not anti-XRP. I'm really not. I just seen it really, really do a slow po with this whole investigation that it's happening, with the SEC. But I see it coming through it. I know banks are already using it now. It's just sitting there in the waiting in the background. So that's why I have Ripple there. But I see it coming out of it at the end of this year, okay? And it's not going away, okay? So just give a little tip there. So what I wanted to say, so the adoption is really, really realized at the end of the year. Wealthy money already knows it now. Don't get fear, and when we have a market cycle drop and freak out and sell everything, stay a portion of your funds in the market, okay? This is particularly for the new people, okay? So we won't get the low market trend like we did before, okay? So I want to say that. Third quarter won't really notice it, but it will be an environment. By third quarter, not for crypto, but for like an economic environment, I got that it will be far more poverty, higher prices, and government trying to prop things up, government trying to do things. So by fourth quarter, it'll really be noticed, and it'll continues on. That's what I got there. Fourth quarter, you'll really notice the major shift of the markets. Now, I know I've tried to cover a lot of things, and you may not understand some of the things that I'm saying, but I am trying to relay it the best way I can. But I do get the markets sort of separate. They really, really separate. The markets won't be held down anymore. Okay, so that's why another reason why this crypto market will just not stay down very long. It just won't. And so basically, they'll just, the altcoins will sort of go sideways, but it'll just be a buying opportunity. It won't be as low as it is now, that's what I'm saying. So maybe Bitcoin will have gone up to like its 100K, and it'll come back down to 60 or just thereabouts is what I was getting for the end of the year. Something like that. I mean, I would have to check on that a bit more, but so that's that 40%. But I do get that, Bitcoin's going to go up. I got that. My guides told me that. So that means that altcoins ultimately, they're going to be doing, some of the best stuff this year that they've ever done. Okay, so in this euphoria time, this June, July, August. So it's not the time to sell out of everything and just, sell out of some, buy some of the things that you've wanted to buy, open the businesses that you wanted to open and all that kind of stuff. But particularly here, September, but fourth quarter, there'll be some anxiety. But I will be staying in the market and won't be completely selling out of the market, because I know that some of the alts will never go back down. For example, Theta, I don't believe it will ever go back to as low as what it is now. That's just my take on it. I haven't asked Spirit that, but I totally believe that with the prices I've got for it, you know, for the end of the year, or particularly for third quarter. And I just do it even better, doing even better for next 2022. Same with ADA, even better for 2022. So yeah, that's my feeling on the altcoins. I would not like to not be in the market, because you would be crazy not to be in the market. But I do want to mention that commodities, and so yeah, precious metals, so crypto, precious metals in the stock market, I get that they finally will separate. They won't all be tied into each other. And I get that happening around about the fourth quarter, especially going into first quarter 2022. Yeah, so it's just made that ruling elite cannot control anymore. We'll truly notice that in fourth quarter by mainstream. Some astute, conscious people will notice it now, or notice it a lot sooner. But truly, it'll truly be reflected, and the knowledge will be seen in the markets in fourth quarter. We will all move into digital currency. I get that. And it could be XRP. That's why I've got XRP here. Yes. And I mentioned the only banks we're using now. I know I repeat myself. I just got to have notes everywhere, and I'm making sure that I get out what I get out. Oh, yeah. So, I didn't mention that, yeah. Yeah, the panic and anger is relating to the breaking down of the old financial systems. So that's what it is there, that panic and anger. It's not so much panic and anger for the cryptocurrency markets, but as I said, it's for the Forex markets and all that. And the old systems breaking down, we'll notice in the fourth quarter. The major shift in the financial markets will be really noticed. Yeah. So in fourth quarter, even though some of the markets are failing bad, others will be doing really well, like the precious metals market. They'll be sitting in belief and thrill. So then, which I got here, belief and thrill, I believe that the precious metals will be really experiencing belief and thrill in fourth quarter. Okay? So that's totally different, totally different. You know, this is the breakdown of our old financial systems. Then all through 2022 and 2023, precious metals will experience euphoria, is what I got. So, and I got the crypto market in the second quarter 2022 will be taking off again in a totally new financial world. Okay, so that's what I got. Yeah. So there's a lot happening in our financial markets, all the markets. So yeah. So that's Jules' Intuitive Market Sentiment Guide for 2021-2022. I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, it's really, really, really exciting time, I think, as these old systems break down. Had to happen. We cannot have this inflated craziness keep happening. And, you know, we just can't. So it was nice for me to try and talk to Spirit and get a timeline on these cycles and all that, and get a better understanding. Yeah. So I also wanted to say, I wanted to thank Marcus, who donated to me just recently. I'm going to send you a message, an email, and thank you. And a portion of your PayPal donation, that's PayPal donation, will go into this new crypto fund that I'm doing. So I'm doing a new crypto fund. I'll do another video on this. Donate directly to the Bali Crypto Fund. So this is maybe in conjunction that I could do with, if you wanted to donate DENT, which was my last video with Ethan's idea to put into DENT and then go into VeChain, okay, and then eventually ending up in DOGE. But that might be a little bit out the DOGE in fourth quarter now, that his idea, with my new takings on the fourth quarter prices, because, and it might, you know, DOGE might move too quickly, might happen in September instead, or August, September or August, or might be pushed back. Anyway, it doesn't matter, it's all irrelevant. All prices get hit, and I've said it time and time again, all prices get hit. They will all eventually get hit. They don't become irrelevant. If Spirit gave me a price, it will get hit, okay? So yeah, if you wanted to, you could donate directly. This is a fund that I'm doing for Bali. Bali is held so dearly to my heart because I've spent a lot of time there, and I have friends that live there still. And Bali people are beautiful, but they're struggling because there's no tourism at the moment. So yes, that's why I'm doing this, and I've chosen DGB, Digibyte, Zilliqa, VeChain, DENT, and DOGE, because these ones, to donate crypto in these ones, if you decide to do that to help out this charity, even if it's only $5, makes a huge difference because of the prices they're at now. They have not had their runs yet. Well, they've had a little bit of a run. Zilliqa's had a little bit of a run. VeChain's had a wee bit of a run. DOGE, Digibyte has had a little bit of a run, but nothing to what it's going to run yet. It's still going to run, in my opinion. Okay, so that's why I've got them there showing you that. Or if you do donate to me via PayPal, a portion of it is going to go into this new Bali crypto fund, which I'm so excited to be able to do this. Okay, I really hoped you liked this Psychology of the Market and Jules' Intuitive Market Sentiment Guide. I hope you enjoy that. Thank you very much for the new people coming in and supporting my work. I understand it's been a little confusing for you because you also thought that you could possibly order an update of the crypto report at any stage. No, you can only order that update when I do an update of the crypto report 1. Then you can order it via donation. Yeah, sorry, I didn't explain myself. There's just so much to my work, I can't even keep up with it. I get confused myself, let alone the poor people from all around the world that English is not their first language. I can't blame you for getting confused with what I'm blah, 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 being all about. But anyway, I'm trying to simplify things and focus my attention where I need to. Hence, yeah, sorry, the disappointment that I might not be releasing the crypto report 2, 2021, 2022 in the same way with all 4 quarters. I may just do something completely different with it. Information is there, but I'm, very reluctant. So much pressure to continually give updates, and for people, people that don't understand intuitive intel, got to remember, this is not financial advice. Things are not set in stone and fall in timelines. So this is why I'm doing this work as well, trying to understand, get my head around, talk to Spirit about it as well. The waves and movements of the market. Yeah. All right. I hope you're all well, wherever you are, in whatever part of the world you are. Thank you so much for taking the time. And yeah, I'll leave it there. Namaste.